You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Basketball Wives LA After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Basketball Wives LA After Show.
Woo! Hey guys, thanks for doing, and we are here doing another great after show on AFTERBUZZ TV. This is the Basketball Wives After Show LA Season 2, Episode 11, and we're going to call this Blazing Trails. Yeah. And you guys stay tuned because we're going to tell you exactly what Blazing Trails really means. I'm your host, Fallon Mercedes. You guys can find me on Twitter at Miss Mercedes, and we have my lovely two co-hosts that I adore so much, Miss Spicy Mari.
What's up, y'all? Spicy Mighty sizzling up in here with the beautiful love of our lives.
Oh, I'm Lauren Turner. Thank you. You guys are the love of my lives. Thank you guys for checking in with us on iTunes and online and everywhere. And Spicy, these earrings look like
They just want to eat them.
They do. They look like the chokers that you eat when you're younger. You just nibble it all off.
Sorry, I know that was
good.
way
You
off
want a snack on
topic,
her?
Lauren's really hungry. We didn't feed her before the show. We told her she couldn't eat till after the show. But
It's not fair.
thanks, guys, for tuning in with us. We have a lot to talk about, as we do almost every episode. One of the first things that we noticed on this episode was Matt Barnes had an appearance.
Yes.
Now, you know, we've seen this episode that he really doesn't show up too much. I think, you know, just from altercations in the past, it just wasn't a good look for him and Gloria's relationship. I think it added fuel to the fire that was already there. But they do seem like they're on better terms this season. As we know, they ran off to Vegas and got married.
Yes,
So,
congratulations.
yeah, so things are looking really good for them. But it was really nice to see a male presence on the show other than Jackie's husband. And we don't get to see that often. A lot of these girls, they don't want to put their love lives on display, which is weird because they're named Basketball Wives because they're wives of basketball players.
Right.
Well, some of them. What did you guys think about Barnes' appearance on the show today?
I was excited. Really excited. I was excited to see him. And, you know, I think everyone should have taken kind of a note from Malaysia's book because, you know, we never see her husband or her children because in a way it is, you should keep it separate. It is a show about her life in this sense and about the basketball wife or girlfriend or whatever it may be. And we see that with Matt and Gloria, there's, you know, they almost didn't get married because of the fact that he was on the show. So.
I disagree, though. I feel like if you're on a show that's called Basketball Wives, you are only on the show because you're the wife of the basketball player. I want to see these women go into the games, cheering their men on,
That's
at home, taking care of the kids, calling your girlfriends, oh my God, I miss my husband so much. He's been on the road for 2 weeks.
That's not as interesting as these girls going to lunch and having fights. I mean,
She's being sarcastic,
no, I think it
No,
would.
she's being sarcastic.
I was like, wait, no, it's actually more interesting
Lauren
than
was being sarcastic in that moment because I completely agree with you, Fallon. I want to see the responsibilities and the diligent duties of a basketball wife, and we don't see anything other than shopping, nails, park walks, and dinner, you know, every day. Dinner, lunch, breakfast, all of it. And
exactly.
When do they cook for their kids? I want to see that. I do want to see
when are they
that.
cooking with their kids?
But I do understand also wanting to keep your love life separate because you do want to have privacy. It does create problems. We see not just basketball players, but everyone in the entertainment industry. Once your relationship becomes public, it's going down. And so keeping some privacy makes it still intimate.
but I think don't sign up for a show that's called Basketball Wives if you want your relationship out there. To me, it's just contradictive.
Well, that's
sign up for a show called Single Ladies, or well, not Single Ladies, but something that's not going to be geared on your relationship, but then you're not showing your relationship. I was in a relationship for 4 years with a basketball player who played overseas, and it was so hard when they go away and you're missing Thanksgiving without them or Christmas. This is what I want to see on the show. I know these women are going through it when their men are on the road, and I want to see how happy they get when they come back home and they're interacting with their children, and okay, Matt Barnes gets to finally bring his kids to school for the first day.
That would be.
I want to see things like that, and I feel like that's where I guess the show is lacking. I think it's good that the show is incorporating more positive things, as we've seen in this episode, but I think it needs to be more family oriented, or at least with their husbands.
Right. I like that they try and add like the little pieces. Like, I mean, with Matt being there, did you guys find it interesting that they brought Matt in, Gloria and him just got married, and Malaysia's been married for 9 years or something like that, but both Malaysia and Brooke went to Gloria for advice on relationships.
She's been married for a while.
It was kind of interesting to me that they did that. What do you guys think?
Well, I think the only reason why they went to Gloria is because Gloria publicly has been through it all. I think the other girls, their problems aren't out there with their relationships, where Gloria, it's been known that they've broken up, that she's, as we call it, blazing trails, and he's blazing trails.
He's blazing the trails. You can't forget blazing the trails.
And if you guys happen to miss it or didn't catch on to blazing the trail in this episode, what it means is that they're playing the field.
Yeah.
And
so in the oats.
AKA being a hot boy, okay?
Or a hot girl, because Gloria admitted she was being a hot girl when she had her time 8 months, whereas Matt would like to call it 6 months off of blazing trails. But I think
blazing trails.
I think it's good that, it sucks that their relationship did suffer because it was out there in the public. But I think it's good that Gloria is able to talk about it, that she didn't completely close off, and that the girls did turn to her for advice. And I can understand why they would turn to her rather than maybe Jackie.
Because she's been through it all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and I thought that it was cute that they were all getting piercings together.
Yeah. Those are cute.
Adding additional holes to their body, as if us women don't have enough.
You know what's weird? When I was watching this episode and I seen Matt come in, my first reaction was, don't let these girls next to him.
What?
I don't know. Maybe that's the little jealousy in me, but these beautiful girls, and they looked gorgeous, but is that bad?
They all have men.
I know, but I was
Draya doesn't have a man.
But I was just like, oh no, keep him away. But maybe that's just me being protective of Gloria's relationship. Not saying these girls are like that, but I guess I was the only one who had that reaction.
No, and you have to trust him, even if he's right there in front of you with other girls.
I would trust him, but I don't know if I trust.
That's a little paranoid.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
I know. That overseas relationship tarnished you.
Maybe, I don't know. That was just my first response. It was kind of, Anyways, you guys out there, please, comment, subscribe, rate us on iTunes, and please tell a friend. We do read your comments.
Yes.
We actually tweet at people, what was it, Mafia's wife. She's one of our subscribers who, we do value her opinions, even though, sometimes they
Yeah, and shout out to Mark he does X Factor, the after show. He works at the Griddle, and Draya goes in there all the time, and so he told me to give a shout out to Draya and him to maybe hook that up. He's not a basketball player, but he's not a basketball player, but he's hot. Mark.
He is
Mark
hot.
Gallen, yeah.
You know what? I think maybe we should have him on. He can give us some low down, dirty, in the griddle, what's going on, gossip with the basketball wives.
What do they really order?
Right.
Yes.
She's in there all the time with her son and her mom. So
see, things like that. I want to see that. I want to see her with her son and her mom in these episodes. But
and it does make it a little bit hard when it's a reality show and they go to these clothing stores or they go to these locations to meet up and talk and don't actually do what you would go to a clothing store to do. They stop for the camera, they start chit-chatting, no shopping really gets accomplished. But I understand they want to change location for us viewers, but it makes it really hard.
I will say that I love watching because there's so many different places that I wouldn't have gone to in LA that I go to now, like Republic of Pie, I would have never known about that place unless I watched.
I told you about that place.
Yeah, but you told me about it. You told me you went after we saw the show, and it was like, oh, I'm gonna try that place out, and it's amazing. I love it.
Did you get you mentor, right, Fallon? Mm-hmm. What about Bambi and Malaysia going and mentoring? You did that before you saw the show, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So yeah,
I did too.
Lauren and I, we mentor a program that's at the WCC. It's the Women's Care Cottage, and it's a transition home for girls who are in the foster care system. Now, when they turn 18 in LA, they get kicked out of the foster care system. So if they don't have a place to go, if they don't have a job or family to take them in, they're kind of stranded. So the Women's Care Cottage will take them in. Now, like I was saying, Lauren and I have done a lot of volunteer work and mentoring there. And when I seen this episode and I seen Bambi and Malaysia talk to these girls, at first my reaction was, oh, that's great. You know, they're really caring and wanting to give back. But then it just kind of did a little turn when I realized that the girls have graduated already. They are enrolled in college. And I'm like, wait, is Bambi in Malaysia in college? Maybe these girls should be mentoring.
Do they even have a degree?
Right. Well,
what are you teaching them? How to snag a basketball wife?
Yeah, not saying that
or
you
basketball
have
player.
to.
Well, maybe what I was thinking was and I told Fallon this, is, you know, maybe there's a backstory that we don't know about these girls.
Yeah.
You know, they could
true.
possibly be they could have been in the system for their whole lives. You just never know. And unfortunately, those positive segments don't last very long on the episodes. So we don't really get the backstory and what's really going on. So
I just find it awkward. Maybe those girls should be mentoring other girls, or I feel like there's, not that they don't need mentors, but they are on the right track. There's a lot of girls out there that are not on the right track. You know, Lauren and I, we mentor girls who haven't gotten their GEDs yet, who don't have jobs, who haven't been enrolled in college. I feel like if you're gonna help the needy. Yeah. These girls want to already work in the public system and do social work.
They want to do.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, they're on the right track. They want to help back the community and help out. So it just didn't.
And in their defense, I mean, us as viewers at home, we're going to find something wrong with everything that we see. You know, oh, they look like they're too old. Oh, they look like they're too clean. We want kids from The Wire. Like, we're always going to find something.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. If you're going to help someone, be at the same level as them. The fact that they don't, Bambi and Malaysia don't have college degrees.
But we don't know that.
They don't They don't.
Well, I just think there's kids out there who are uneducated, who don't have jobs, who are currently in the foster care system or are homeless that can be helped. These girls live in an apartment. They have an education. Yeah, it's just like, if you're going to help out,
in middle school or high school or something.
Well, the good thing is, you know, I feel like that kind of put something in Malaysia's head where we see her talking about wanting to go to New Orleans. And we know that they went to New Orleans to build houses with Habitat for Humanity. So we know that, you know, at least them mentoring these girls for one day or whatever it may be, kind of put a seed in their head that's like, let's do something else. Let's help on another level. So we can look at it that way, and we know that they helped on a bigger level eventually.
Okay.
So
at the point in which you want to mentor and you say, oh, I feel like I just want to build a house. So let's just build a house for someone. And Bambi replies, well, we don't know. Do you know how to build a house? We can YouTube it. Are you
But we know that
kidding me?
They didn't do that. They actually did go through Habitat for Humanity or one of those organizations, and they did it the right way, and they built for people who suffered from the hurricane. So
I guess what we're saying is that we give you kudos for at least trying and wanting to help, but, you know, we can brainstorm a little longer and dig a little bit deeper to kind of figure out how you can help out in a more helpful way.
Yes.
What do you guys think out there? Do you think Malaysia and Bambi helping out is, you know, really helping the community, or do you feel like some of us feel that they could do more, dig a little bit deeper? We'd love to hear your comments. Please tweet at us, and you can also tweet at AFTERBUZZ TV. Also, we've seen today the girls get together, as they always do, eating lunch, and it was Draya, Brooke, and who was the other one? Draya, Brooke, and for the King cover shoot?
Gloria.
Okay, it was Gloria, Draya, and Brooke. They all get together, have lunch, and we get a phone call from Sean, who is the owner of King Magazine, and he is telling Brooke that she snagged the cover of King Magazine, which was a big deal for Brooke. But he also said in the phone call that because Draya, he didn't name her, but he said, you know, somebody else ran off shoot, so that's one of the reasons why they were giving Brooke the cover. And Draya was so offended and even spoke up and told him, you know, you shouldn't be going back and forth. And Brooke just kind of felt like she was stealing the spotlight and called her Jackie Jr., which was funny because we do see Jackie throughout the episode stealing the spotlight, as we did, which we'll get to at Draya's all-white party. Now, what did you guys think of Draya speaking up and saying that the only reason why she got the cover was because she didn't do the shoot?
Well, I don't think that she fully said that. She implied that, but even in Draya's defense, because although we should be celebrating for Brooke and we are very happy for her because she's been preparing for this moment her whole life, she said.
Yeah, her whole life. To get the cover of King, congratulations.
And that is an accomplishment. That is an accomplishment. She's a beautiful woman. She deserves the cover. But at the same time, he did not need to mention anything about Draya in that call. That was unprofessional, discussing business that happened on set with another girl with Brooke. In addition to that, he implied himself that helps her situation by getting the cover, which Draya has every right to defend herself and say in that when she was brought up and sitting right there and you hear yourself being talked about, of course you're going to jump in. And I don't think it was a jealousy thing. I don't think Draya is jealous of Brooke by any means. But she was
being a sore loser.
I don't think she was being a sore loser. You can't lose if you don't show, like she didn't show up. She forfeited. And so that was her argument was, look, you're beautiful. I'm going to give you your props, but I decided not to take that route, and that's part of the reason why you got it.
She also was like, it's not a big deal, you know, King Magazine, that's nothing for me. I just feel like as friends, you don't do that. You don't downplay someone else's
She acted immature about it, but she wasn't lying about what she said.
I think especially earlier on in the episode, we see Draya have her all-white party promoting her mint swimwear line. And again, Jackie finds a way to steal the show. Jackie showed up not wearing all white, then starts crying because she wasn't told supposedly about, you know, wearing all white. And I just feel like Draya should understand, you know, like if you guys invited me out and one of you got a hosting gig that, you know, I didn't do and whatever the situation was, I would be humble and respectful enough to hold in my feelings and just congratulate you, cheers you. Like Brooke was saying, now when she thinks of the moment when she found out she got the cover, she's going to think of Draya.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
That does suck.
That sucks. I feel like, I don't know, it's hard to do a show when you have these girls who are not 100% supportive and you're forced in situations to eat together, to film together when you're not really friends. It's like, you want to be on the show, you want to continue, but I'd probably be like Malaysia and convince the producers to bring one of my real girlfriends on the show.
What was Brooke's response to Sean when he had said that comment?
Brooke's response to Sean, she kind of just stood quiet, kept smiling, didn't want to elaborate on it until Draya was like, who is he talking about?
Yeah, talking about
she
the
was
diva.
Like, no, he's talking about you. So.
And that was unprofessional on his part, though,
no,
saying, oh, well, the diva walked off set, so that's part of the reason why you got it.
Yeah.
She and herself should feel a little something about that. Like, there's no way you can tell me that I got it because the diva walked off set and me not think the slight bit that part of the reason I got it was because, you know, someone else wasn't there. She has to know that that was a little bit of the reason. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about her saying that she's been working so hard to get on the cover of King Magazine? Do you think it's an accomplishment that someone gets through hard work, or do you think it's just...
Either way, I mean, it is hard work. It's just the work that maybe... that a select few choose. Well, actually, not even a select few choose.
A lot of girls would love to be in her position.
Yeah, a lot of girls will want to be on the cover of King Magazine. In this day and age, you know, it is an accomplishment to be in music videos.
She's like queen video vixen for the month.
To be, I guess, glorified as this beautiful woman. And it's like, you're not Playboy, so you're not naked, but you're close enough to it. And, you know, with Instagram and Twitter and all these things, we know that women from Iowa all the way to California for some reason, I don't know why nowadays, like, we just have this thing where we need to be approved by the world that we're beautiful, and this is a stamp of approval.
Yeah.
And so this is the ultimate stamp of approval. You're on the cover.
I find it funny.
It's a stamp of approval in the urban community. I just want to make sure that those of you at home understand.
I'm not saying that I'm stamping her approved, but
she would be official if she was in the Fortune 500 magazine.
That would be,
but King's magazine, we're going to give her props still.
I find it funny how, you know, one magazine to a next, you can see how people will rate or feel differently about it. Like, you know, the owner of AFTERBUZZ TV, Maria Menounos, today everybody was congratulating her how she snagged the cover of Men's Health magazine, Men's Fitness, and she looked amazing. You know, I was tweeting at her, everybody was tweeting at her, we're all so proud of her, but then we see somebody like Brooke, who she says she gets the cover of King, and we're just like, oh, okay,
but first of all,
a difference.
There's a huge difference between that. Maria is classy. She's showing off her very chiseled body that she worked very hard for, and not in any implying type of poses. I'm sure if we got that King magazine, the poses in those magazines are not very classy.
Or not even that. We're celebrating two different types of people.
Two different types.
Maria Menounos has done a lot of things in this world and accomplished a lot. Just as a woman.
Interviewed President Obama.
Okay, so
like,
you women are saying that depending on your career will make the difference if you look classy or not on the cover of a magazine.
If Maria was on the cover of King magazine, which I'm sure she probably would never do, but if she was on the cover of King magazine, I don't think we would be praising it as much as her being on the cover of Men's Fitness, hence the word fitness. It's about the fact that she works hard for her body. She's an accomplished journalist, and it's just different. Brooke is a basketball girlfriend, and she's a video girl. For the dream that she had, from what we know, her dream is to do videos and to be an urban model. She's reached that accomplishment. She's done it. So kudos to her.
It's a huge difference. We're proud of Brooke for being on King magazine because she's a beautiful woman, but the way that she got on there, also some of her publicity from being in videos and being on Basketball Wives, which means we're interested in her because of the men that she has slept with. So as women, we've done a lot to, you know, dispel the whole sexual myth that that's all that we're good for, where posing on King magazine bent over is part of going back to what we've been fighting for against.
Remember the episode? We saw what you had on.
And so then Maria being on the cover of her magazine is completely different because we're celebrating not just her career, but the hard work and dedication she's put to herself physically, mentally, spiritually, all of the above.
Great.
I agree with you. The only thing I don't agree with is I think Brooke, you know, she might not have worked hard physically to get her body, but she does. Like I think women who are voluptuous are beautiful, and I
her
think
body's amazing.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's just praising it in different ways. I do see where there's some sexual implying. But she's wearing the same exact thing.
No, she's not.
She had a bathing suit on.
No, we saw the episode of Brooke in that photo shoot. She had on a string covering her nipples.
Okay, maybe I didn't see that episode.
You didn't see that episode. You were here.
I don't think so. I don't remember that.
Okay, so Maria has on a very classy bikini, and she's standing in a very simple pose. As opposed to Brooke, who the poses are probably different. Okay. That outfit looked. Come on, Brooke, I will say this. That was.
I will say this. Maria did do a shoot. I forget what magazine.
Maxim, probably.
Yeah, Maxim magazine, where she was nude and you can see her back, and she looked beautiful, but she was nude.
Once again,
I don't want to get too far into this because Maria is the owner of AfterBuzz
but
TV.
We're going to change the topic right now. But just to wrap this up, when you are beautiful and have proven your intelligence and have proven your class and your determination and your respect and your credibility in corporate America, in entertainment, and all of the above as Maria, you can do whatever you want and we're going to respect you.
Yeah.
When you have only slept with men in order to get where you are, and you have shake your booty like nobody else in a music video in order to get where you are, there's no comparison.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Now,
cut that. Next subject.
All right.
Let's get to the all-white party and the haterism that was going on between Laura and Jackie.
Yeah. All right. So Draya finally premiered and launched her mint swimwear line that she's been working so hard on, and she invited the girls out and telling them this is an all-white party. You have to wear all white. But somehow Jackie shows up not wearing white.
Gold and black.
Gold and black.
And at first she was embarrassed. She was worried when Draya comes out to the party that she's going to get kicked out of the party. And she just seemed really worried. But to me, I just feel like you did it on purpose. I feel like, why is it that everybody knows and she didn't, unless, you know, they maliciously didn't tell her so she would show up not wearing.
Do you guys believe that she didn't know? Like, really look at her reaction. No. Was it disingenuous?
I feel like she explained to us when she was sitting on our guest couch that, Jackie, that the producers a lot of times will tell her what to wear, what to do to manipulate the situation. So I believe that they told her to wear black and gold, and that's what she did, and she's a really good actress, and so she was able to pull those tears
We
out.
have a fan caller right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
caller. Oh, great.
Hi, welcome to the after show for Basketball Wives. Hello? Caller?
Did we lose you?
We'll try them again.
Okay.
All right, you guys out there who want to chime in about anything that we're talking about, the number is 424-256-1729. Again, that's 424-256-1729. Please chime in. You know, we would love to hear your opinions, not only on iTunes, but even live here in the studio. So we're just going to go back to the white party until our caller gives us a call back.
So in response to your comment, I do believe that the producers do set up scenarios all the time. I think in this particular situation, though, they told Jackie what to wear, and she probably was invited to the party, but they failed to mention that it was all white. So I think her embarrassment was genuine, and I think that her response was genuine. I think she really didn't know, and that the other girls failed to mention it on purpose probably as well. But I really did feel bad for her, because she's like, once again, like, I just can't get it right with you guys. I'm trying here. I'm trying to be nice, and, you know, whatever crazy mind of mine I have, she really is doing like her best, I believe, and she's trying to get along with the girls. She's trying to make up every chance she gets. If she really didn't care, she would just be.
I adore you. I adore Laura.
But she's really trying, and she wants to make up with them. I mean, you saw the way that she went after, you know, Laura, and she cried on Malaysia's shoulder. I think she really does care about these girls.
No,
It's just,
I agree.
She just doesn't know how to be the kind of friend that they need. But in her mind, she's being a friend.
Yeah.
Now, you know, in the all-white party, we see before she leaves or is about to get kicked out, Jackie goes to grab Laura and wants to squash whatever beef that they have amongst each other. And Laura's just not feeling it. You could tell she just wants to enjoy the party. This is not the place nor the time to have this confrontation. And okay, the caller is back. Hi. Can we
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Who's this?
Okay, cool. This is T. I was at Mafia Wife. I had gave Lauren a text a couple weeks ago.
Oh, hi.
This is gold right now.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, I felt a little bit of the spiciness from the Spicy Mind.
What's going on, girl? Talk to us. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
I don't see how everybody is just like giving Jackie such a pass. Like, I'm feeling Laura as a half Latina. As a mother.
Ooh, half
like,
Latina.
When you get hurt like that, I don't know. I follow a lot of the interviews and stuff, and Jackie went hard on her, and it was ignorant. And she wanted to get back, and I feel her.
Okay, you had mentioned that we kind of let her off the hook when she was here in the studio. Is there something that we should have asked her or talked to her about when she was here? Because we did touch on a lot of subjects with her.
I mean, like, I'm down for you guys. I feel all the AfterBuzz stuff.
Thank you.
But I thought, like, a lot of the stuff she likes to do, the smiling in the face, and then she, like, I want to beat her ass afterwards. And, all the little side comments, she's definitely two-faced it, way two-faced it. And then tonight's episode, when she went to the mother den, everybody just sat there like she didn't call Laura out on being a mother, but everybody won't call Laura out on everything she said against Jackie. I think grown women should stay out of other grown women's fights. And that's what I don't like.
So if you were Laura, I mean, what do you think that you would do to handle the situation? Would you kind of take it the same way that Laura's doing it, or would you just kind of distance yourself from Jackie?
Well, I'm a Taurus, so I'm very stubborn, so I feel Laura on that. And if I didn't have to film with her, of course, I would just X her out my business, out of my life. But now that I have to film with you, and you publicly humiliated me, like, it was certain things Jackie was saying about her, and in radio interviews talking about she didn't know who her baby daddy was and all that type of stuff. Like,
wow,
that's playing heart to heart. Yeah, that's playing hardcore. And then you want to say you love her and all this stuff. And then just tonight she said she don't want her at the New York. And then the preview say why she mad because she ain't in New York. Like, why do people not understand this chick is local?
So how do you feel about Laura kind of being friends with her, playing nice with Jackie, but then behind her back throwing her under the bus? Do you feel that Laura, how she acting is, you know, respectable, or do you feel like she should, how the other girls feel? If you're not friends with her, then don't be friends with her at all.
Like I said, in real life, that's what you would do. But you are on a show. She has to film with her. And she's being real with everybody else. Like, look, just watch. I'm doing something with Jackie.
Just stay out of it.
Deeper than all you guys know. Just, you know, if either have my back or stay out my way.
Yeah.
And I can actually respect Jackie and her bullshit if she just stayed on her bullshit. But she plays the victim. Then she pretends like she ain't do nothing. And just like she's in there saying she don't know why Laura mad at her the same way she do with her daughters. I don't see why they would be upset. She plays the victim. She's totally oblivious to anything she's responsible for in any type of thing.
Well, I agree with you in the sense of it's really hard to get over something like that. When someone's been talking that much trash or playing you to the left or publicly humiliating you or embarrassing you, then I do understand how there can be a rage in your heart. But the problem is that Laura is being two-faced and doing to Jackie what Jackie did to her and making her just as bad as a person as Jackie was on the show. I mean, and some of us who maybe just watching this season for the first time don't know that Laura has a good heart or she's a good person. She just looks like a shady person this season. And at the same time, nobody knows the pain that she's feeling. So because she hasn't had a heart-to-heart and sat down with Jackie and just told her, look, you broke my heart. You were this and this and that to me. That's really what an adult would do. So what Laura is doing is very, very immature. And I'm sorry, these women need to just turn the other cheek sometimes, because what she's doing is very vindictive and vengeful.
But I feel as though Laura did that last year, and Jackie tried to act real muscly on the reunion and everything. All the stuff she sat there and pretend like, just like on this season, she's sitting there, you know, you could be my friend, but Laura ain't going like that. Or, you know, y'all like she's so two-faced. Now, if you don't like, all I'm saying is if people don't like what Laura's doing, then you can't like what Jackie's doing either.
Okay.
You can't have
I respect that.
She's not an innocent victim.
Yeah, I respect that. Now,
that was a great point.
Yeah,
Yes.
you made such a valid point between the whole Jackie and Laura, back and forth situation. What other characters on the show, let's say, for instance, Draya and Jackie, how do you feel about that situation?
I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, I like Draya because I think she kind of real, but, you know, just like all of us, we got our own little bullshit. The only person that kind of gets under my skin is Bambi. Because
I was about to ask you about Bambi.
Yeah, because Bambi act like she got if I'm having my 11th or whatever wedding, and I know you 2 weeks, and I'm inviting you to be in my wedding, red flag should be flag. Like, something ain't right with this chica.
Well, I think Bambi just thinks she's that amazing. You know, like, I think she really thinks that Jackie is genuine, though. Like, in Bambi's defense, she has not told a lie. She hasn't done anything shady.
Like she sit there and say all that stuff like, oh, but Laura don't want you to be my friend. That's all that little passive-aggressive bullshit. I don't like with people.
But they might, in her mind, they might actually have a real connection. Like to Bambi, she may feel like, okay, if I'm in, I'm in. If someone's my homegirl, then I'm all in. And so when you have a connection,
also watch how she do. Just like with Brooke, she did the same thing with Brooke.
Yeah, and that's the risk that you take, you know, being human and with friends. But I do think that Bambi has kept it real. And what Bambi sees is right and wrong. And that's the only thing that she steps on the side of, is what I think is right and what I think is wrong. She's not being two-faced. She's not taking sides. She's just choosing between right and wrong.
I agree with you on that. She's not being two-faced. But as OG, real G, and ready to fight because somebody has to come to the park.
With her hair pulled back.
Right.
Yeah, they was ready to expect. But if I saw what Jackie did to my best friend, Malaysia, she would have to prove a lot more harder to me that she was cool than the past that Bambi was giving her.
Yeah,
she's the OG, hardcore, street girl she's playing.
Touche.
I so agree with you. Mafia wife, that's what we're going to call you because that's your Twitter handle. You guys.
I've been Mafia wife for 10 years, way before Mob Wife, all that.
Oh, okay. We got to get you on a reality show. Thank you so much for chiming in, tweeting at us. Like we were saying earlier.
All y'all sexy mommies.
Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Feel free to give us a call, whenever you're watching us. We'd love to hear from you. We love your opinions. We respect your opinions. Everyone else out there, if you want to tweet at Mafia Wife, is it at Mafia Wife?
Yeah, at Mafia Wife.
Okay, and she'll give you her response about everything Basketball Wives. Thanks so much for giving us a call.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, power to strong women.
Nice. Power. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I kind of like her now. Because you know what? At first, I was like, okay, you're going to tweet me. And
you know what?
But not everybody does.
I respect that. When you have an opinion, you can sit there and voice it and not be scared. And I feel like there's probably a lot of other fans out there.
But not everybody knows the background, Lauren. She tweeted at you.
Yes.
And said.
And Jackie. She tweeted me and Jackie.
And said what?
Oh, wow. She basically just said that we gave Jackie a pass. And
when she was in the studio and we interviewed her.
In the studio. And I felt like it was kind of like an attack mode. Like she was in attack mode to me because she only tweeted me. But maybe it just wasn't enough characters.
Well, you're like love. So
or maybe she's
felt like you were like
you
super
and not
sweet.
us.
Well,
maybe that's what it was.
Well, the thing is, I of course sent that to you guys and let you know what was going on. And unfortunately, I was out of town the day that you talked about it. But, again, we're all entitled to our opinion. I respect her for calling in.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And I do appreciate her opinion on everything. It was like,
that was good.
Really insightful.
It's really so funny when you read tweets or text messages. Like you can't hear the other person.
Right, so you don't know exactly how they're.
You can hear the conviction in her voice of how passionate she is about Laura getting back at Jackie because Jackie did this to her before. So it was great to actually have her call in and we can interact with her and get her real feelings about the situation.
So thank you again for calling in.
That was
appreciate it.
Awesome. That just. That wrapped us up. Great episode, great show, and we had a great caller.
Yeah.
You guys out there, like I said, iTunes, comment, tweet at us. We'll respond. Tweet at AFTERBUZZ TV. My Twitter at Miss Mercedes. You guys
can play with my Twitter day and night at spicy_Mari. That's SPICY_MARI.
Yes, and you can find me on Twitter, Lauren's Love. It's LUV instead of LOV.
And real quick before I forget, we have some news and gossip that Lauren has for us.
We do.
TV news.
Well, I mean, it's not that much news and gossip. Just I love Instagram. I'm obsessed with Instagram. You can follow me on there too, Lauren's Love. And I follow Gloria and I follow Draya. Draya actually recently Instagrammed her new haircut,
which I love,
which is right here. If you can see it, I think it's gorgeous. I love the blonde hair on her.
I do too.
Definitely, if you want to keep up with what's going on with Draya behind the camera, just follow her Instagram because she Instagrams everything. And they were recently, her and Malaysia were recently in my hometown of Detroit partying it up. So shout out to Detroit. And then also Gloria and Matt both Instagram a lot. And Gloria posted a picture of her boys, her twin boys, after their soccer tournament.
So big.
And they just
they look just like Matt. My goodness.
They do. And so it's kind of cool to see because we don't get that insight into the family life and things like that. So we can go on Instagram and Twitter and follow them.
We need to call the producers of the show. This is what we want. We want to see all this.
Well,
we're
trying to get Gloria in here. Hopefully within the next couple weeks we'll be able to get her in here and she can give us some insight to what it is to be a basketball wife.
Yes.
Nice.
And a real basketball wife, like all around it. I really want to know what Malaysia has gone through over the years.
Yeah, it would be nice to have her open up and, see what she has to say. Let's go on to predictions.
Okay.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Yeah, I agree. It's her butt. That's my problem. That's why I looked up. All right, predictions. I predict that the drama has not even reached its peak. I feel like Laura and Jackie are really gonna go at it, and I'm kind of in between. I don't know who the girls are gonna sway sides to, but Jackie had said, the girls are gonna turn against Laura when she gave us that exclusive here in the studio, but I don't know if I feel that way. I feel like people are gonna be siding with Laura. What do you feel, Spicy?
You feel like people are gonna be siding with Laura?
Siding with Laura,
okay. Because I was gonna
understanding her side.
When Jackie was in here, she made it seem as if she was still cool with Malaysia, still still cool with Brooke, or Bambi, I'm sorry. So it makes it seem as if like they didn't turn over a new leaf. But I do think that her and Laura, fortunately, are going to just fall out. I hope it doesn't come to terms of blows, but because we do know that Jackie will fight or get hit. So hopefully, you know, that will sizzle out. But I would like to see Brooke and Draya make up as well.
Yeah.
Because they look like there's supposed to be some drama between them.
Yeah. I actually think that Draya and Jackie may end up coming together and, you know, kind of standing up against Laura. I think at the end of the day, Drea's
Why Draya?
Because I feel like Draya and Jackie do have a connection that we see every once in a while, and even the whole kind of like a premonition with Brooke calling Draya Mini Jackie, and even Draya admitting the fact that, you know, she doesn't really like Laura. She doesn't like the way Laura's handling things. You just never know. Maybe I'm not really good at predictions, but
that's a good one. I mean, when you get them, you get them.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, you guys. Give us your predictions. You can follow us on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV, Instagram AfterBuzz as well. You can see what's going on behind the studios here at AfterBuzz TV, just like you could see the girls and the Basketball Wives and their Instagrams and behind the scenes with them and all that great stuff. Anyways, I'm your host, Fallon Mercedes, at Miss Mercedes on both Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, you want our Twitters again? Oh.
Yeah, just in case they
Follow
missed
me on
it.
Twitter, just in case you missed it. You can play with my Twitter or stroke my Instagram. Both are at spicy_Madi.
You can hug my Twitter, kiss my Instagram.
I need one.
Lauren's love. All about love.
See you guys next week. Thank you.
Bye.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.